Baby, look, I got a tattoo that says Kiki.
That was very nice of you, but I don't want to be called Kiki anymore. I decided it was too childish, and that's really terrible timing, but maybe you could have it changed into something else.
That's big talk for a 16-year-old. All right, let's go.
Play action fakes it for Patriots. Yes, touchdown.
Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks, where after a winless week, boy, that only took fucking 14 days. Daddy is at a hideous, but better than Anthony's 1-5. Because as Garrett will tell you, that's like 17%, 2-6 against the spread for 25%. But let me explain something about how these picks have always worked. Now so more than ever. You see, much like myself, Geno's Picks is a betting tool. Again, I'm laughing at these. 16 years of this horse shit, and here all 238 people you are. All right, and if you don't realize that, I'm basing these picks on whatever makes the funniest joke, and believe you me, it's not breaking my heart if anyone, and I mean this, if anyone had faded Daddy last week and texted me and said I went 4-0, I would have loved it. Don't get me wrong, I love, and Garrett will get this, I love when a fan that sucks at gambling and needs an excuse because it's not their fault. So rather than enjoying the ridiculousness that is gambling and saying, what do you do with all the money you win? They will not admit that to themselves that Vegas always wins. They'll text me to feel better. Hey, way to go, Mush. You picked my Browns. No, you picked your Browns. You're a fucking loser. Or when someone texts me, and it's my buddy Mario Marini. He finally listened to me. He will text me, your Chargers fucking suck. And I'll say, stop betting my Chargers. Stop. I'm begging you to stop. And rather than they'll just fucking listen to the idiots talking about the Chargers offense rather than listen to this long-suffering fan who said their head coach needs to be fired on 3 separate occasions. Because that makes you an even bigger betting tool. But since you don't make videos and you hide behind avatars crying to me when my record begs you to fade me, I guess you're stuck with me. Much like as I say in my act, I'm tired of people that want cute jokes about terrible things because until Disney can make a musical about Auschwitz, you're stuck with Daddy, and that's not even in the works because, first of all,
Mickey Mouseschwitz.
Not even doing the rest of it. Let's get to the fix. Drew said the quiet part loud. My first pick, the Browns are giving 3 and a hook to the Titans in Cleveland. Sure, the Browns are coming off just 6 days rest and a loss to the impotent Steelers. But the thing you have to realize between the Steelers and the Titans is that the Steelers fucking rarely lose on Monday night. They lose on Monday night about as often as the Titans fucking win on Sunday, unless they're playing my Chargers. Not to mention, the Browns lost their greatest player of the past decade in this past game on Monday night when Nick Chubb, whose career might be over, did his impersonation of a flamingo late in the first half. No big deal for the Browns as they downgraded slightly from a Cadillac of running backs to this Ford, Jerome Ford that is, who's more than fair at running in those lanes. Ford, fair lane, let's keep going. And while Deshaun Watson has yet to be the ball player they paid all that money to be the franchise QB, although he finally showed a flash of the QB he was in Texas this past Monday night when he was twice penalized involved with jerking a helmet. Those chinks jerked him off. I like the Browns and their defense, which is far better on 6 days rest than the Titans' previous opponent, my Chargers, who have the highest paid defense in the league that won't look good until their head coach is put to rest. Take the Browns, lay the 3 and a hook. My next pick, the Patriots are laying 2 and a hook to the Jets in JetLife Stadium. I put that joke in here, Garrett. Let's see if it lands. Sure, I have a certain allegiance to the Bills and Bills Mafia from my salad days in L.A., but really, Garrett, I should have a soft place in my heart for you, the Jets, who every time I want to lose my mind as a Bolts fan, see what they go through on a daily basis. I mean, to spend the entire offseason getting ready to usher in the Aaron Rodgers era and have him lasting exactly 5 snaps, Garrett, 4 by his center and and then the fifth one by his Achilles. It's not bad. It's cute. Makes me realize my problem as a Bolts fan are small. I mean, unless you're talking about the yardage they give up each week by our defense that is ranked in the bottom 5 of the NFL the past 3 seasons under Brandon Staley. That's a little bigger. I said little bigger. Not to be confused with the 2 words Jets fans were calling Zach Capono, that's his middle name, Wilson all day last Sunday, as they were reminded why a 40-year-old QB was a better option than a guy drafted 2nd overall. I'd say he looked terrible, but what he actually looked was terribly similar to the way he did all last year. Absolutely lost. In a game with a pair of QBs named Zach and Mac, the real focus will be on the defenses. Who can force more errors? And while the Jets have a better defense than the Pats, Garrett, I give the nod to the Pats to force Zach into more mistakes. Take the Patriots and the 2.5 you're getting. My next pick, the Raiders are giving 2 and a hook to the Steelers in Vegas. As ugly as my picks have been to start this 2023 year, I'll tell you someone who remains gorgeous. That sexy QB under center in Vegas, Jimmy G. And while this perfect 10 is just batting 50% with a 1-1 record for the Raiders and against the spread, you have to realize something. When you're this good looking and the star of the QB for Vegas's NFL team, it's the hometown spreads you're seeing the other 6 days a week you're focusing on. I'm saying he is doing so much fucking. So much fucking. He better be. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, you have the complete antithesis under center in Pittsburgh, where Kid Mullet and the Steelers should start spelling their name Stealers after a way they stole that win in Cleveland Monday night. Raiders defense doesn't give them another gift. They already have this one, handed down by the Angels in Jimmy G. I'm taking the Raiders and I'm laying 2 and a hook. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night bet. The Eagles are giving 2 games, by the way. 2 games. Eagles are giving 3 and a hook to the Bucs in Tampa Bay. Look, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I certainly seem to have been wrong about Baker Mayfield. Told you, Garrett, who in the opening week of the season, I said in my video, I accused his Bucs of loudly shitting the bed by bringing him in. But instead, it's Baker, who has shit all over the naysayers by jumping out to a top-tier 2-0 start. And if you believe any of that, you should jump out of a building's top-tier window. Because he hasn't beaten anybody. He beat Kirk Cousins, who when he leaves the NFL should join the Peace Corps because the guy just loves giving charity to down-and-out black men. I mean, how many more times can this guy fumble away a snap or throw a pick in the red zone? And last week he beat the Bears and Justin Fields, who, if you stop him, all the boys are bringing out their best. Just saw Steve's ass. The Justin Fields, who if you stop him, you stop the Bears, as they expect more positions out of him than Kevin Brennan's whore wife used when she was spending her first weekend in college. Kidding, she never went to college, but she was the top 5 in her ESL class. In any case, the Eagles have someone in Jalen Hurts who only needs to play 2 positions. The guy throwing the ball to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez Watkins, although given his first name Quez, his last name should be What the Fuckins. I don't care. Oh, yeah, the other job is to run the ball, especially at the goal line. Take the birds, lay the 3 and a hook. Those are Geno's picks. Daddy is heading to fucking Mini.